Hi, welcome to part 1 of my review featuring Dames of Asstoria. Yes, you heard that correctly. I think there is a certain picaresque humor to this role-playing game. In this role-playing game, you play as a female humanoid that was born with different parts from a specific creature. You are a demi-fauna in search of adventure, renown, glory, in a world that doesn't fully accept you. This is effectively a Monster Girl RPG. Now let's talk about the quality of the PDF. My only two criticisms. First, the character sheet is not included in this rulebook. You need to download it from the official site, but the link is included in the character creation section. Now, my other criticism could be a nitpick. Some of the paragraphs have a lack of commas, and I think they would look a bit more elegant if more commas were added. But besides that, the quality is great. The document is well organized, written and explained. The artwork is appropriate for the theme. It is quite good, some of it is excellent. It has that certain anime or manga aesthetic to it. Now the font is quite easy on the eyes, but I think some of you will find it a bit too small. In my case it was no problem at all, but you will have to zoom in if your eyesight is not very good. And when it comes to the graphic design and the layout, it is simple and effective. So overall the quality is great despite those couple of criticisms. Now let's talk about the contents. In Dames of Asstoria, you are a demi-fauna, a female born with the features of a particular animal or creature, and sworn to undertake dangerous quests in the fantasy setting of the previously mentioned Asstoria, in the name of the Adventurers Guild, to gain renown in order to become a dame. A heroine so famous or infamous that even the human kings cannot deny your accomplishments. You will have to explore the wilds, fight desperate battles between man, nature and beast alike. Forge bonds with your teammates, because in a world that despises your existence, you'll need all the allies that you can get. And you must discover harsh secrets of this broken land. This role-playing game works best with 2 to 6 players, a game master or a guild master as it is referred to in this RPG, and you need one full set of 7 polyhedral dice. And the character sheet, of course. The character sheet is quite extensive. It looks a bit like a pamphlet of sorts, so get ready for that. Dames of Asstoria uses various mechanics, such as rolling dice and managing the stats and resources on your character sheet. Now let's talk a bit about the setting. The core setting for your adventures in Asstoria, or what remains of it after the War of Dethronement, with territories split between the winning parties that came out of the subjugation wars. All of this will result in many adventures and a complete campaign. Humans have taken it upon themselves to claim any land they can use and keep it safe for their own people. Whereas if a demi-fauna wants to live free without the ire of humans, they live in isolated communities at the edge of human territory, or, if they are strong and cunning enough, in the lost wilds on the new frontier of the known world. There are a series of bullet points here that tell you everything that you need to know when it comes to a basic overview of the setting. Generations ago, the war has left demis with the inability to bear sons. They are all female. The weather is harsh. Winters are brutal. The rugged terrain makes travel and trade difficult and dangerous. There are few demi-fauna running cities. Instead, demis live in isolated villages, steadings or in servant dorms. Their homes are modest buildings of wood, stone and thatch. Many areas of Asstoria are still unexplored and uninhabited, except by the Chimera, creatures fused together from the magical feedback during the War of Dethronement. Supernatural creatures and beasts as we know them in the real world do exist and are uncommon, but around the equivalent to that in Asstoria. These are called cryptids and are frightening and dangerous if ever encountered. Coins are called quarries, based on the sealed god Sequarius, though barter and favors can still happen. Some communities remain isolated and independent of humans, while others trade in basic goods such as iron, grain, wood, livestock, wool, and coal. There are a diverse mix of peoples and cultures within Asstoria, even within a single community. You can envision your character and those you interact with however you like, unbound by considerations of geography, lineage, and sexual orientation. Demi-communities sometimes band together under a powerful leader, but there are sparse kingdoms only recently made, due to the sacrifice and service of the first dame. Large-scale warfare is reserved for threats of huge scale, but raiding parties and skirmishes between communities are a constant menace. Some communities subsist entirely on raiding. Iron is the dominant metal for weapons, while bronze is valued for its imbuement of magical effects. Magic isn't subtle. The use of magic until recently was banned because of the Demi's use of it to seal Sequarius, but was needed to fight in the Slime Mimic War. Gods other than Sequarius have appeared since his sealing, though these are his aspects, the children spawned from himself that have taken the role where their father once stood, though only devoted scholars and priests care to tell the difference now. Despite the previous assumption, if you wish, these aspects can be changed to fit a world of your own design. You can handle the setting in this RPG however you wish, but an evolving narrative is provided here. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to take a closer look at the world of Asstoria. As you can see, this is all about these monster girls having adventures in a world that is potentially hostile. Because there are many problems to be solved, that means there are many adventures to be undertaken, and you can create any sort of monster girl that you want, following the lore and the mechanics of this RPG. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.